Yes, I did it. I just retired at 59 with a little over $500,000. My last official day of work was June 28th, and now I'm stepping into a brand new chapter of life. You might be thinking, can you really retire on less than $1 million? I think you absolutely can, but it requires a solid strategy and a disciplined financial mindset. And I'm here to show you exactly how I've done it. It took a lot of careful planning, budgeting, and saving, but now it's time to embrace the freedom and pursue my passions and spend quality time with my family and friends. As I kick off this exciting journey, I'll be sharing every step of my retirement adventures, from the challenges to the victories, every week here on the channel. I'll be posting videos about my early retirement journey, providing valuable insights, tips, and tools to guide you toward financial freedom, even on a moderate income. I'll also be sharing a peek into my personal life, sharing my perspective as a single retiree. And here's the best part. I'm going to be completely transparent, sharing my exact portfolio numbers with monthly portfolio updates. Why? Because I believe it's time we have more open discussions about money. There shouldn't be this veil of mystery about how much is needed to retire or how to manage your finances in a way that suits you. If my story can help even one person, it's worth it. So let's dive into the details. I am living my early retirement dream here in Virginia. I'm single. I have an adult son who's serving in the Navy and living overseas. No grandbabies just yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to that someday. I retired in July of 2024 with a retirement portfolio of $513,000, and I'm proud to say I am completely debt-free except for my mortgage. And I haven't included my home in my retirement portfolio because I plan to leverage that equity in the future if I need long-term health care insurance. If I end up not needing it, then when I pass, my son can sell the house after I'm gone and use that cash. One crucial factor in my retirement planning has been my family history. Both of my parents passed away from natural causes by the time they were 75. Now, while I'm healthy and I live an active lifestyle, I'm also realistic about the future. I don't know how long I have, and I don't want to be one of those statistics of someone who retires at 65 and then keels over shortly thereafter. So here I am. Now let's dive into the financials. I am fully retired and not working any part-time jobs. I don't have any pensions, and my plan is to rely entirely on my retirement savings until I begin taking Social Security. To live comfortably, I estimate I'll need about $3,800 per month in after-tax income, though I could trim that down by about $400 if I need to. I plan to start taking Social Security at 62, which will provide $2,308 a month. When that time comes, I'll evaluate my financial situation, and if my portfolio continues to perform well, I might postpone taking Social Security to increase my monthly benefit. If I waited to my full retirement age at 67, I would receive $3,400. But honestly, since I'm already retired on a modest income, I likely won't wait beyond age 62. So that's a snapshot of my retirement situation. Let's go a little deeper into the numbers. I've divided my retirement savings into three categories. Bucket one is the cash that's immediately available. This bucket has $33,950, which includes my checking savings account, my emergency fund, and the uninvested portion of my health savings account. My plan is to maintain this bucket around $20,000 to cover monthly expenses and emergencies. Bucket two is the income bucket, and it's designed to provide a steady income stream and holds a total of $201,000. It's a mix of pre-tax and after-tax funds invested in high-yield CDs, currently earning between 4.5% and 5.5%. This setup should generate an average of $10,500 of income per year over the next 2 years. As the CDs mature, I'll likely move some of the funds into bucket one and also some into bucket three. And bucket three is the long-term growth bucket. This is where the bulk of my pre-tax retirement funds are invested. It's totaled $278,703. It consists of a mix of moderate to higher risk investments in index funds, exchange traded funds, and also includes the invested portion of my health savings account. These funds have been performing well with overall returns of 21%, 32%, and 30% over the past year, and 7%, 23%, and 18.5% over the past 5 years. I plan to rebalance and reinvest the growth of these on a regular basis. Here's my withdrawal strategy. Since I won't be collecting Social Security for at least 2 years, I'll need to withdraw about $46,000 in both 2025 and 2026. Most of this will come from the after-tax funds in buckets 1 and 2. And yes, I am aware that I'll be pulling out more than the suggested 4% rule, but this was part of my plan from the start. I am comfortable with this decision, so please don't blast me in the comments. We all have our own comfort levels when it comes to finances. Once I start collecting Social Security, my savings withdrawal rate will be around 4% or less. You may be wondering how I'll be managing taxes in retirement. Since taxes are based on income and not net worth, I'll be considered poor on paper, which means my tax bill should be relatively low. Based on 2024 federal tax rates, as a single taxpayer, my tax rate will be 10% for income up to $11,600 and 12% for income between $11,601 and $47,150 with a standard deduction of $14,600. So that gives me an adjusted gross income of $32,150. This should result in an estimated federal tax bill of around $3,600 a year. And Virginia has a progressive tax structure that ranges from 2 to 5.75%. So based on this, I expect that tax bill to be around $1,075. I can further reduce both tax bills by withdrawing funds from my Roth IRA, which is tax-free. I plan to do this in my first couple of years of early retirement. As I mentioned, I plan on collecting Social Security when I'm 62. At that time, I'll only need to withdraw about $1,890 per month. That's $1,500 for living expenses, and the additional $390 per month would be to cover my future tax bill. So that totals $22,680 per year from my savings to maintain my current lifestyle. With conservative returns on my investments, I should have over $425,000 left in my portfolio when I start collecting benefits. It's hard to predict future surprises, tax changes, or inflation rates, but as it stands now, my funds should last me 20 years, maybe 25, taking me comfortably into my 80s. And I can always get a side gig later on to add to my nest egg if I choose. And I am completely okay with that. I hope this is helpful and gives you the confidence you need to retire without having millions in the bank. Be sure to check out my retirement planning playlist for tips and insights to help you plan your early retirement. Until next time, keep dreaming, planning, and building the retirement lifestyle that you deserve.